LDEF, said that it stands in solidarity with Palestinian, Arab, and Muslim communities, and went on to help push out on social media a toolkit, that's their word, for student protesters that we've seen on our campuses, including resources, talking points, and chants for students who are pressing to end the genocide in Gaza, which of course we've seen invoked by those who are calling for the destruction of the state of Israel. So let me just give you a chance to respond to that. Does that? What's your view on that? How do you read this? I mean, how do you read this statement from this group? Just let me give you the opportunity to respond to that. How about that?
Senator, I have not had any involvement with the group for a very, very long time, and my only involvement was representing restaurant workers and wage and hour claims. I'm not familiar with that statement from ALDEF, so I'm not sure that I can comment on.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, one and all. You're watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. Thanks for tuning in. And what's on tap for today? Well, as you saw, it's our favorite senator, Josh Hawley, once again questioning a nominee for the judgeship and just asking a very simple question. It's very simple. Hey, Judge, there's a group here that's aligning themselves with pro-Hamas terrorists and the pro-Hamas groups that are promoting violence. Do you condemn that? What's your take on that? Have you worked with the group in the past? And he goes, well, you know what? I haven't worked with that group in 10 or 15 years. I did work with them on some Chinese issues, though, for Chinese restaurants and Chinese wages. But that's about it. But as far as, aligning myself or knowing anything about it, I have to study the situation a little bit more. Anyways, let's continue with that video, folks.
Fair enough. Let me just ask you, I assume that doesn't represent your views, your personal views, the position that the group has taken here with regard to the attacks on Israel.
As I said, Senator, I'm not sure in what context or what that statement was. I haven't read the full statement, so I can't really tell you whether
Well, how about this? Why don't I give you an open-ended chance to say, with regard to the attacks on Israel, the threats on Jewish Americans, what we're seeing on our college campuses, where we have some student groups out there saying from the river to the sea, Palestine must be free, which of course is a call for the elimination of the state of Israel. Why don't you just tell us what your views are on that?
Senator, it's a very complicated issue. I haven't really studied it. It is a terrible situation.
Senator Hawley this is 2 times now, okay? He's rephrased the question twice to this guy. Twice. This is some guy that's standing up, that's being nominated for a judgeship. And he says, I haven't studied the situation, very complicated, very tragic, very blah, blah, blah. Add your words. But he can't come out and out and out say that, yes, I condemn any group or any organization that basically calls for violence or the elimination of a person, a group, an entity, anything out there. We just condemn violence. But I can't do it right now because I haven't studied the situazione. I haven't studied it.
What is going on there? And Senator, that's all I can really say what my personal views are.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Would you condemn those who are who say things like from the river to the sea, which is a call for the elimination of the state of Israel and frankly, the killing of Jews in the Middle East? I mean, would you condemn that?
Senator, as I said, I know it's a very
complicated situation, Senator. 3 times. 3 times he's come back for it. 3 times Senator Hawley's teed up this question. Softball, underhand. Guy can't hit it at all. He's dribbling it right back to the mound. You're out of there. Let's see what happens.
Complicated situation. It's a tragic situation.
Tragic situation. Haven't studied it.
I don't know how I can answer that today, Senator. Because
I'll tell you how you can answer it. You condemn violence. That's how you enter it. A 5-year-old could have said that. Hey Johnny, do you think it's okay to commit violence against somebody or or do something bad against somebody or hit somebody? Hey Johnny, what do you think? No, Daddy, it's not nice to hit people or be mad at them. You're not supposed to be violent against anybody. Simple answer. But no, 3 times. Can't answer the question.
Go ahead.
As a judge, and the role that I would be playing, my personal views of things would not come into consideration, certainly, Senator, and I would keep an open mind.
Oh, keep an open mind on violence, but because of the judgeship, where they go with this all the time, this is what they're told. Oh, you know what? I'm a judgeship. That case might come before me, a violence case. I have to keep an open mind right now, because if I tell you anything right now, they might know I might rule in the future. I mean, every single time they go back to the same freaking playbook.
For all matters that come before me, and that's the way that I would approach the job of a judge.
I totally understand that, and I'm not asking you to comment on any case. I just am trying to. I wanted to give you a chance to respond to this group statement, but let me just see if I can get you to understand your views here. Just with regard to the attacks on Israel,
Number
and the violence
4
in this country against Jewish Americans, you condemn all of that. You have no truck with that. You would say that we should condemn all of that explicitly, I assume, right? I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I mean, you tell me.
Yes, Senator. Any violence here in this country against Jewish people should be condemned.
Wait. I have these on. I couldn't hear it. What did he? Oh, he did say he did. He did say he condemns violence. Oh, okay. Only took 4 times, and had to be teed up, softball, underhand. Took him 4 times to say, yeah, I think I condemn the violence against the Jewish or Israeli people.
Okay, and these protests that we've seen where people are explicitly calling for the elimination of the state of Israel. We had Jewish students at Cooper Union in New York who were barricaded inside a library for hours while pro-Hamas protesters banged on the doors, shouted at them, screamed at them. You condemn all of that, I assume.
I'm not familiar with that situation.
He's not familiar with the situation. Where the hell have you been? Has your head been stuck up your derriere for all this time? You have no... Oh, but I bet you're going to have to what? You're going to have to study the situation. You're going to have to, take a look at the situation. You're going to have to ponder the situation. And then you're going to have to decide whether or not you agree with the situation, right? Is that what's going to happen there, Judge?
Senator, I know nothing about.
Are you familiar with the campus protests that have happened all across the country? The Senate's addressed this in a resolution that passed unanimously, condemning the rhetoric of genocide, frankly, against the Jews. I'm just trying to get you to say, I hope, that you condemn that, you think that's wrong, you're against it.
100%, Senator. I would condemn
Finally!
the genocide of Jewish people.
Okay. Mr. Fonzone, let me very quickly.
OMG, OMG, OMG. Was that painful to watch? Was that like sitting at the dentist's office with no Novocaine and just trying to pull out a tooth? Oh my God, he goes in 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, lobs in a softball, and still, like I said, the guy just dribbles it back to the mound and you're out of there. Unbelievable. These guys just can't answer the question. They won't answer the question. They're so woke, it's absolutely unfreaking believable. Either that or they're just absolutely stupid and retarded. I don't know. Take your pick. Could be a amalgamation of everything, all of the above. Answer D, all the above. Anyways, folks, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasir Shaikh Show. I've been your host, Dr. Nasir. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, like, share, and follow. You know what to do. Take a look at the links for our other videos. They're around there somewhere. We appreciate you taking the time to watch. And I'll leave you with my final thought, which is, when you're right, you're right. When you're left, you're wrong. Until next time, take care and stay safe.